Hi everyone, today's flow is going to be a gentle on the floor vinyasa. We're going to warm up our bodies to begin with, and then we're going to move into an all floor, all stretching vinyasa flow. You don't need anything for this, just maybe a blanket for your knees, but that's it. Let's get started. We're going to start in a seated position in the center of your mat. Seated with your legs crossed in front of you, we're going to perform a few cat-cows in a cross-legged seated position. So inhale, reach your fingertips out in front of you, reach your heart open, then tuck your chin into your chest, pushing the center of your back up towards the sun. Inhale, open, expand your heart, reaching your nose towards the clouds, and then tuck your chin into your chest, hunching your back. 2 more. In through your nose and out of your mouth. Now slide your right fingertips over to your right side, reaching your left hand up and into the sun, stretching out your left side body. Really push down your left hip, push down your left knee, creating a beautiful C curve in your left. Today I want you to focus on connecting with the spirit nature, feeling your body, feeling your breath in this space of magic. On your next exhale, you're just going to switch sides, placing your left hand to your left side, reaching your right hand over your head. Press your right hip, your right knee into the soil as you reach your fingertips away. Depending on how your neck is feeling today, you could look up towards the sun, towards the clouds, or down towards the soil for some rooting, some stabilization, some encouragement of growth today. Guide yourself back to center and then place your fingertips at the front of your mat. We're coming into a standing position. So however you get into your mountain pose, reach your fingertips up towards the sun. Inhale, exhale, and fold forward, pressing all 10 toes into the ground, into the soil, into the earth today. Look forward, open your heart. Inhale, exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Walk your toes out, hips length, pointing your all 10 toes outwards, and then sink your hips as low as possible, either into a malasana squat as I am in, or just simply in a higher squat, just bending your knees, engaging your glutes. Either way, we're going to make our way onto the ground, seated on top of your glutes. Take hold of the outside of your feet, and then we're going to rock backwards. Rock back forwards, and back. At your own pace, we're just engaging our core. We're going to do about 2 more rocks. And then guide yourself back into that malasana squat or that squat into your forward fold, looking forward. Inhale, exhale, tuck your chin in towards your shins. Step or jump back into your plank position. Take a breath, engage your core, bending your elbows through your either chaturanga or tabletop into an upward facing dog or a cobra pose. Engage your glutes, feel your back muscles begin to engage, the energy there begin to ignite. From your heart with your hands, tuck your toes under through plank or tabletop into your downward facing dog. We're just going to rock our hips from side to side here, feeling the stretch of your fascia, of your ankles, your calves, your hamstrings. Bend your knees and sink your hips towards your ankles and straighten out your knees. Bend and sink your hips towards your ankles and straighten. One more time. This time, jump or step your feet to meet your wrists. Look forward, inhale, exhale, fold into your forward fold. You can bend your knees slightly here if straightening is uncomfortable, and then maybe take opposite elbows, just hanging here. Release your head, release your shoulders, release your neck. Letting gravity just expand your spine, expand the energy line that follows your spinal cord. Release the hold on opposite elbows. Press your fingertips in towards the ground. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, sink your hips low back into that malasana or high squat. You're going to sit back onto your glutes, take hold of the outside of your feet, and we're going to rock 3 more times. Remember to engage your core, feel your breath, and move with your body. Next time you rock to the top of the mat, you're going to slow down, straighten out your legs, and lie onto your mat. Bend your right knee, straighten your toes into the sun. And take hold of the calf, your hamstring, perhaps your ankle, and then reach your nose towards your knee. Breathe as you compress your abs, as you reach your nose for your knee, even if it doesn't touch. And then rest your head on the mat, press your right ankle into your hands, and we're going to count to 8. Feel this contraction of your quads, your hamstrings, your calves. Gaining some strength here will help us become more flexible in these positions. And then just release that push, guiding your foot a little bit closer to your nose perhaps. After that contraction, bend your right knee and twist over to your left side, reaching your right palm out to the right. And you can look up towards the clouds or right over to your right palm for a greater twist. Paint a line over the horizon with your right fingertips, placing your palm on the ground, perhaps your right forearm on the ground, and then reach your left hand up and into the sun. Thread your left hand under your right forearm. Maybe if you'd like to gain a bit of a deeper twist, you can open your right arm back over into a twist, placing your right fingertips over your right side once more. Draw a line back over with your right palm and left palm on the ground. Tuck your left toes under and then guide your right foot up and into the sun, downward facing dog with your right leg high. Take about 3 deep breaths here, pressing your left ankle into the ground, your right toes up towards the sun, and then bend your right knee, placing your right ankle near your left wrist and your right knee near your right wrist. Reach your hands up and into the sun, reaching for the clouds, allowing the sun to open and expand your heart chakra. Deeply breathe in through your belly, feeling this expansion of your lungs. Before you reach your fingertips forward, perhaps lying on your forearms or lying on your hands. Guide your left toes to meet your right in a seated forward fold position. Sit tall for a moment, reaching your hands towards the sun, and then you can fold forward. Breathe in through this space of your own aura, your own body. And then wrap your hands around your left ankle. Guide yourself to lie on your back with your right leg straight, left leg straight towards your body, holding onto your calf, your hamstring, your ankle, whatever is comfortable for you today. We're going to breathe and then reach your nose towards your knee. We're just creating that image of your 2 connecting points. Lie your head back onto the mat and then press your left ankle or whatever you're holding onto into your hands for about a count of 8. This flexion, this contraction of your hamstrings, your quads, your calves, again, this strength that we are creating allows you to manage a deeper stretch. Reach your nose to your knee or about so for one more time. Take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, bend your left knee, crossing it over your right leg into a twist. Reach your left palm out to your left side, and perhaps look up towards the sun or over to your left side for a deeper stretch. Draw in over the horizon with your left palm, pressing your left palm into the ground. And then come to sit with your left knee bent, coming onto your right forearm. Reach your left hand up and into the sun, and then thread your left hand underneath your right armpit. We're going to take a few breaths here, just feeling this compression, feeling this twist. Unthread your arms, reaching your left hand up and into the sun. Press into your both palms and then into a downward facing dog with your left toes reaching toward the sun. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here, really pressing your right ankle in towards the ground and your left toes toward the sky, towards the heavens. Guide your left toes forward, left toes meeting your right wrist, and then left knee meeting your left wrist. We're going to take a deep breath, reach your hands up and into the sun, opening your heart for a moment, feeling this breath, feeling this magic of movement. And then reach your hands forward, guiding your belly on top of or near your left shin. Again, that left ankle doesn't have to be quite in line with your left knee. It could be quite closer to your right hip. And just rest here in resting pigeon. Press your palms into the ground, all your weight on your left hip, and then guide your right toes to meet your left. Pressing both ankles together, straightening out both legs, reach your hands up and into the sun. Inhale, exhale, reach forward into a forward fold. Reaching from your belly button, trying to touch your belly button to your thighs, and then expanding your spine thereafter. Feeling this connection of your body to your breath for a moment, and breathe. Take hold of your right foot with both hands, guiding yourself gently onto the ground with your right leg straight, your left leg expanded below you. Again, taking hold of whatever is comfortable for you today, your ankle, calf, hamstring, reaching your nose to touch your knee. Lie your head back onto the mat, and then whatever you're holding onto, you're going to press into your palms, flexing that quad, that hamstring, feeling your energy ignite in your leg for about 2 more breaths, and then release that contraction. Once again, reaching your nose to touch your knee or about near your knee. Bend your right knee, twist over to your left side, expanding your heart and expanding the roots of this twist. Draw a line over the horizon with your right hand, pressing your right palm into the ground. Come to sit with your right knee bent, extending your left leg behind you. You're going to press your right forearm into the ground, reach your left hand up and into the sun for a brief moment, and then thread your left hand under your right. If you'd like a deeper twist, you can expand your right hand beside you, twisting into your right side once more. If you are in that deeper twist, place your right palm on the ground, your left palm, and then guide yourself into downward facing dog with your right leg high up into the sun. Reach your left ankle deep into the soil, imagining that the roots are connecting with Mother Earth and your right toes are expanding into the heavens. Bend your right knee, moving your right ankle towards your left wrist and your right knee towards your right wrist. We're going to take a moment here, adjust your pigeon, moving your right ankle as close to your hip or as far away as you feel comfortable today. Expand your heart, removing any emotional cobwebs that have been stranded in your right hip, and then move your hands forward, positioning yourself into a resting pigeon or whatever is comfortable for you today. Shifting all of your weight into your right hip. Place your left ankle to meet your right. Reach your hands up and into the sun, and then fold over both straight legs. You can bend your knees if you need here too. I just want you to feel your body, feel your breath. Take hold of your left ankle with both hands, guiding yourself onto your back gently, and then straighten out both your left and your right knees as much as is comfortable for you today. Perhaps reaching your nose to your knee, and just briefly imagine or physically feel that connection of your nose to your knee, that connection of your high point to a low point in your body. And then press that point of connection between your leg and your hands. We'll remain in this contraction for about 3 breaths. Release that contraction, perhaps reaching for your nose to your knee once more, or just feeling that energetic connection between the two before bending your left knee, twisting over to your right side, expanding your left hand over to your left side, and then either looking up to the heavens once more or twisting deeper into that lift twist, looking over to your left middle finger. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, you're going to paint a line over the horizon with your left palm, pressing your left palm into the ground, sitting onto that bent left knee, and then place your left forearm on the ground, reaching your right hand up and into the sun before threading it underneath your left armpit. So now you can expand into this deeper twist if you'd like, reaching out behind you with your left palm, twisting deeper into this twist, perhaps touching the ground with your left fingertips behind you. Breathe deeply in this twist. We are literally wringing out our organs, ridding it of any toxicity created by negativity, guilt, anger, and any sort of other negative emotion. If you are in that deeper twist, you're going to draw a line back over the horizon with your left palm, both palms pressing into the ground now. Move into your downward facing dog with your left leg expanding into the air. Bend your left knee, reaching your left toes to meet your right wrist, and then your left knee meeting your left wrist into our pigeon pose. We're going to take a moment to expand our heart, reaching your fingertips up toward the sun, and then guiding yourself into a resting pigeon if that is comfortable for you today. While your weight into your left hip, guide your right toes to meet your left, and then press your palms behind you. We're going to move into a reverse tabletop position. So tuck your chin into your chest as you rise your hips off of the mat, engage your core, engage your glutes. Perhaps you'd like to rest your head, let it drop behind you for a moment, expanding your throat and your heart chakras. For a deeper, more creative reverse tabletop, move onto your tiptoes, reach your fingertips away from you, and then sink your hips towards the ground, creating a deeper back bend here. No matter which tabletop you are in, recognize that beautiful connection you created, and then guide yourself onto the mat, crossing your ankles before you into a cross-legged seated position. Raise your hands up and into the sun, take a deep breath, and then reach over to your left side, pressing your right hip in towards the soil and expanding your heart over to the left. On your next exhale, we're just going to switch sides, so press your right palm or forearm into the ground, expanding your left arm up and over your head, guiding and grounding your left hip in towards the soil. Moving back to center, reach both of your hands up and into the sun, feeling the energy that is within your aura now that we have ignited today. And then dive your hands forward, sliding your hands in front of you. We're going to move through cat-cow position in this cross-legged forward fold. So press your fingertips into the mat, claw your heart in between your shoulders, expanding your throat, expanding your heart, and then tuck your chin in towards your chest, reaching the middle of your spine up towards the sun. We're going to move at our own pace here. Do about 3 to 4 more times. Let's just settle here, moving back your heart over your hips. Let's take a few deep breaths here, just feeling the energy of your body, feeling your aura pulsing and thriving after all of this movement, after all of this recognition of our physical and energetic body. Begin to roll your neck, roll your shoulders. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out of your mouth. Thank your body for moving today. And I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you soon. Bye.